Welcome to Liesel's Artistic Studio. So recently I was driving on a dirt road near some farmland that's close to my home, and it was so pretty that it inspired me to paint this spring watercolor landscape. So today I'm going to show you how to sketch the layout for this painting, and next week I will walk you through how to paint this rustic scene step by step. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss next week's tutorial. Let's get started. The supplies are pretty simple today. All you need is watercolor paper, a pencil, and a good eraser. Let's start by drawing the little rustic abandoned farmhouse by lightly drawing a triangle in the upper left-hand corner for the start of the roof. Then add 2 lines down from each corner for the walls. After that's done, let's go back up to the roof and add a bit of detail, like some jagged lines or breaks to show that it's a little old and worn. Then do the same on the other side. Now let's draw the base of the roof by drawing a slightly downward slanting line off to the left. And feel free to make it look a little rough and jagged as well for a rustic look. Then draw another slanted line for the top of the roof at a little bit more of a slant than the bottom. Then connect the top of the roof to the bottom of the roof. And don't worry if your lines aren't perfectly straight, it's going to add some character to your rustic house. To make a chimney, draw 2 vertical lines on the top of the roof and a third line that stops at the top. Then draw some angled and horizontal lines to connect them together as shown, and erase any unneeded lines. Now, coming back to the first triangle line we drew, let's draw the top of the crooked open doorway, followed by the sides. And to finish off our rustic house, add a vertical line in the back and an open window on the side of the house. Now let's draw some of the background, starting with a slightly tilted horizontal landline that will go the entire length of the page, and it's okay if it has some bumps and imperfections. Then, in the top far left corner of the page, pencil in some background trees or bushes. Next, let's draw the horizon line off in the distance, along with some faraway mountains or hills. Now, just under the mountains and horizon line, let's take this space and create some distant sections of farmlands, followed by some simple bushes along the borderlines. To start drawing the foreground, let's do a few log fence posts on either side of our abandoned house, drawing them slightly different sizes and at different angles. Next, let's add a dirt pathway from the doorway to the right side of the paper. Then add some grass marks under your house, your fence posts, and along the pathway. Now let's add some tall flowers in the field off to the right, like delphiniums or digitalis, followed by their stems and some more grass. And last of all, for the very most foreground of the picture, let's add in a few more log fence posts of different shapes, sizes, and angles. Then feel free to add some detail, like pencil lines for the wire around the posts and squiggly lines connecting them together, and maybe some more grass at the base of the posts. Now you have a great and easy sketch to use as a guide for your watercolor painting. Make sure you don't miss next week's tutorial where I teach you how to paint yours like this. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, please consider subscribing to my channel so I can continue to help you discover your artistic side.